the absolute truth comes out. So, why do you want to meditate?
Control the mind?
No, Shall?
Yep, to quiet my mind.
To quiet my mind. Peter, my most favorite person.
I feel lucky. So, actually for a similar reason, sometimes if I think that my mind is going too many directions, to try to recenter it, just to clear some of the clutter that basically you can't focus properly.
Okay. I didn't ask you any question. What's your name?
My name is Lynn.
Lynn. So why do you meditate? Do you meditate?
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you meditate?
To make a connection with myself and my guidance.
Okay. So we all come to you. The reason why I asked you to answer some questions is most of the time the answer is within us. We depend on external person or environment to provide the answer. If that is the case, we can never become independent. So if I just give a lecture, oh, this is meditation, this is how you need to do, it's not, you think that I learned something. There's a slight difference between learning and realization. You realize something is a better word than learning something. Learning makes you focus on external. Realization is inside. So now, here comes the most controversial question. We all meditate for calming us down, to prepare us for the day. I understand preparation is to again prepare the mind to handle cyclones inside and outside, unexpected turns, and you meditate. When you are meditating, where do you focus? You need to have, do you focus or not? If you focus, where do you meditate? Where do you focus? Question. Lynn.
Sometimes I focus on different things. Sometimes my breath and sometimes a thought.
Okay. Thought and breath. Any other thing? Shannon?
I focus on my breath.
Breath. Good. Because breath is the closest entity to our body which you can experience in reality. You can feel. But the thought, sometimes even though you want to focus, it's like a jellyfish. You focus on one thought, it goes away and gives rise to another thought. So the best way everybody knows, you focus on the breath. So put it aside. So all of you meditate and with an expectation to calm us down, to prepare for the day, to enjoy the peace, and you focus on the breath. You may meditate daily at frequent intervals and or regular intervals. Now there's another person who is working in gym, exercising, lifting the weights. For him, the results are shown. He loses the weight, his sugar levels come down, his muscle gets built up. What is the visible change you have noticed after this meditation process? Do you observe any change in you when you open your First of all, why do you close your eyes while meditating? Why do you want to close your eyes? What do you want to escape from? Is that not the reality? Or do you see it's not the reality? Is this reality? Or is it distracting? So, if it is distracting, anyways it is going to distract you. You cannot close your eyes and keep there like that forever. Anyways, one day you need to open your eyes. That's where your wife, your husband, your child, your fighting neighbor will come. That's when my question comes. Just like the person who is doing exercise on a daily basis sees his own muscles, muscle strength, or weight loss, or sugar level down, do you see any change in your behavior when you open your eyes? Answer. Frank, I mean, even you see slight change, that's fine, it's working. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Let us not use meditation as an escape technology. You want to run away from the reality and you close your eyes and suppose I don't talk and be like this. How much time you will tolerate me? This is meditation. You are seeing something, you don't have any expectation, and you're happy with nothing happening. Here, I don't see anything, naturally anything happens. You're not preparing yourself for ultimate, real test in the family. If the system is working, then there should not be any fights in a person's house who meditates on a regular basis. Is it happening? We are all fine. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit frank in our talk, but it's good to learn, right? And I go to Dr. Niranjan, he says very frankly, Guruji, you'll never reduce your sugar. You're eating too much rice. Stop that. I'm his guru. But as a doctor, he has to talk to me as a doctor. So if I don't do my job perfect, then I don't need to sit here. So if the system is working, the relationships with anything external should be fine. But there's something else need to be done. Agreed or not? If you don't agree, still I love you. But please tell me, why don't you agree? Elaine, do you agree with what I say? Do you understand what I say? If our system of meditation, of closing the eyes and sitting there in a particular posture, imagining the silence or creating the silence for us and enjoying the silence for a few minutes or a few hours is really working, then I should be able to transfer the same peace when I open my eyes. If you can do, you are a master. If not, we need to work.
I need to work.
Okay. We all need to work. We all need to work. Learning is a never-ending process. Again, I am repeating, I am not a person who was dropped from the sky. No. I am a normal human being with one wife and two children. I am stressing the word, with one wife and two children. So I do have issues. I do meditate, I do rituals, I do fire rituals, I do conduct workshops. Every time I follow two things. Analyze myself on a daily basis before going to bed. I sit on the bed, did I hurt anyone? I'll be impartial in my judgment. I judge myself like a Supreme Court judge. Did I hurt anyone today? If yes, no, I need to improve. For whatever reason it may be, I cannot hurt not only human being, insects, animals. That's a higher level, of course. That's a saint level. Let us not try to acquire that now itself. Initially, am I hurting anyone, any human being? If yes, I need to work on that. Then you do meditation. You will see God in you, not peace, God. You have power of manifestation. You think of coffee, coffee should come here. That's your real power. But I depend on small things. For getting a job, I'm worried. Oh my God, I don't have a job. I need to do something. So I check myself. Did I hurt anything? Number 2. Am I reacting instantaneously for any external actions? Am I reacting instantaneously? If I say, I have seen a bird crow, C-R-O-W, immediately the mind will supply the information, black color. You can stop it. Reaction. Sky, blue. Sun is at the top. It's not here. It's not here. Top. Unfortunately, God also, people look at the top in India. God protect me, as if his residence is there, a villa, independent villa. Who says the residence of God is there? It's here, it's here, it's here. So, am I reacting? The best thing, best byproduct of a meditation is less or non-reactive nature. Less or non-reactive. When I say non-reactive, non-instantaneous reaction. That's where the first principle of Sri Vidya comes. Don't talk unless you are asked for. Don't talk unless you are asked for. Suppose your husband, your wife, or somebody wants to come, when it comes to you and say, I'm leaving my job, I'm quitting. Okay. That's the reaction of a Sri Vidya practice. That's a stupid thing to do. Don't you know that we have a mortgage? Reaction. Did he ask you? Or did she ask you? No. Personal. But then, second level. What do you think, honey? So he did ask you. Now the first level is take. Don't talk unless you're asked for. Now that person is talking. He or she don't bother. Because men and women, I don't make any discrimination. I don't do that. But this comes in flow. So, what do you say, honey? Until that time, the suppressed emotion should not come out. And that's a stupid thing. Just because you ask me, I am telling you, that's a stupid thing to do. Then the second law of making the peace come. Whenever you speak, see that your statement doesn't contain any emotion except love. Very. This is meditation, open eye meditation, which works on your family and your own self. This gives absolute guaranteed peace. First thing is,
No reaction.
did I ask you? You assume because I'm silent. I'm sorry. It's a human reaction. I want to show you the reality. You assume because this person is not talking, maybe he's asking me. Maybe. Don't presume. So now tell me what's the first rule? Don't talk Should I ask you again? See? Just now I told. It's a test for all of us. Observe the mind. Don't talk until you are asked for. Second is, even if you talk, see that the statement doesn't contain any emotion except love. Because the truth of communication comes here. It's often the emotion that hurts the person, not the statement. It's often the emotion behind the statement that hurts the person, not the statement. Agree? In India, when I was a child, there is an ad for some medicine or herb or whatever you think. And this lady says, I don't want to marry you. And then she takes that medicine. Shadi, or तुमसे कभी नहीं. And take palm for her. Statement say the emotion different. It doesn't hurt the person. You are free to express yourself, because if you don't express, again, precipitated feeling, any feeling, whether it's love or anger or anything, will the byproduct, ultimate product is anger. Suppress love, anger. Suppress anger, hate. You don't observe, oh, I'm suppressing, I don't express my anger, but hate. So I need to observe, I need to wait out. But when I'm waiting out any emotion, no. Then the third rule of meditation, open-end meditation. I'll come to actual meditation also, I'll teach you the technique which I follow. It says, don't talk or listen bad about any person in their absence. How many follow this? Don't talk or listen anything bad about any person in their absence. Anybody following this rule? We do that 24/7. We never talk about us. The moment we get up, oh, Peter, I asked him to come, but he never comes to prayers. Doesn't have any, sorry, again. In doing so, without your knowledge, you're transferring the effect of his actions on you. I'll tell you, I'll prove this with a simple example. Suppose Peter is a good person in one case, and for another person, Peter is a very bad person. The first person says, you know Peter? Yeah, such a nice person. Wonderful. I love him. He goes to the second person. Do you know Peter? Horrible person. I don't like him. I hate him. Why does the tone change? Why can't you say, Peter, horrible person. I don't like him. You won't say that. The tone, the face, everything changes. Because when you get connected to Peter, his actions will get transferred. The energy behind that action, without your knowledge, get transferred. That's why you, in prayer and meditation, you get connected to God, because you assume and the reality is God is a perfect entity, full of love, full of compassion, full of power, full of energy. So when you get connected, you have a belief that is transferred to you. That's the purpose of prayer, getting connectivity. Not that God will come and repair the sink in your house. He'll see that there won't be any problems in your house, not this house. So, meditation should work. And you sit like this and then close. We all sit down and meditate, right? Is there anybody who is running and meditating? Why should you running and meditating?
Well, I do it at different moments. Like sometimes if I just kind of.
You close your eyes and run?
Oh, no.
That's why I feel good.
Not necessarily running, but sometimes like in the middle of the night when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and your mind is spinning and thinking about things, at that point in time, you just I'll meditate and try to clear my mind, and it works, and I go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So, running, as you can see, I don't run much. So.
I want you to see a video on YouTube, and Lynn is noting down, it's called Spiritual Reality. It's not connected to any religion, but it explains beautifully how the mind works. Excellent, it's an animation. When you think, when you sit down, first try how much the thoughts are coming. When you observe your breath, how is your breath? It is like that. So now I'm going to explain the process. And then it settles down, and the breath from here to here. Initially it starts from here. You understand? So the breath is little less. At that point, the thoughts stop coming. They come in just once in a while. Before meditation, cluster of thoughts. I'll meditate until 3:30. Right? They put an alarm, 3:30. As I told you before, from 2 o'clock itself, I need to get up from the meditation by 3:30. I need to remember this, 3:30. 3:30, I need to stop this, 3:30, 3:30, 3:30. That goes in the mind and produces, look at the watch, it may be 3:30. No, 10 more minutes, let me meditate. Now look at the watch, it may be 3:30. No, 9 more minutes. Every minute you feel like, looking at the watch, because at 3:30 has been planted first. That's the period it produces children. So all this is beautifully explained in meditation. The first principle of meditation is not concentration. It reverses to deconcentration. Everybody thinks concentration is meditation. That's why we try to stop thoughts. It can never happen. You want to stop thought, another thought will come. Stop that, another thought, stop that. That means the more you are giving value to the thought, to stop it, the more it gains power and more thoughts are produced. So the best way, go with the thought. Don't even observe, is it a good thought or a bad thought, or is it going to disturb me? Just close your eyes, focus on the breath. Now all of you, you said that you're focusing on the breath, right? That's a good point. But then, in order to make it work more effectively, I need to understand the best practice of meditation. Now, put your hand on your tummy, all of you, like this. Don't press, just know you ate, right? Don't press too much. The sandwich should not be bowed, okay? Like this. And now, you breathe in, right? Okay. Just follow what I say and observe the movement of your hand first. So, take a deep breath. Inhale. Hold it. And now exhale. Exhale to the maximum extent. Hold it. Inhale. exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, come to the normal position. Tell me, what is the movement of your hand? I got three possibilities. When you are inhaling and exhaling, the hand moves up and down, up and down. Or when you are inhaling, it goes back. And when you are exhaling, it comes front. How many people have this? Inhale, again you observe, okay, inhale and see whether the hand goes forward or backward. Inhale and exhale. How does the hand goes? Inhaling forward or backward? Anybody who has the backward movement? Forward? Exhaling backward? Backward, right? Mostly, sometimes, when you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, you are actually doing the reverse. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. It should be horizontal movement. Inhale forward, exhale backward. Then, otherwise, it will be moving like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It moves up and down in some cases. In both cases, we need to practice. The best practice is before doing meditation, first exhale. That's right. First exhale. That means, and keep the tummy like this. When I say exhale, the tummy should be almost touching the back, that much into exhale. Then you start inhaling and exhale. Then it sets the cycle. And breathe consciously, like listen to the sound of the breath and observe the movement of the tummy and feel the air going through the nostrils, filling up the lungs, activating the body. It moves back and forth and then comes up, comes out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You keep on focusing on your breath. And the sound, that's more important. And breathe in. And slowly, because your mind is focused on the breath completely, do this for a couple of minutes or 5 minutes. Without your knowledge, you still breathe, but you're still conscious on your breath, but the breath will be very little. At that time, the awareness is shifted from your own self, and you start feeling. When you are breathing in, imagine your body as a glass balloon, no parts inside. It's a balloon. Only the outer transparent body is visible. Imagine that and breathe in. At this time, you are breathing light. The breath is in the form of a light. It goes, light is knowledge, but we just give that as a form of light. It goes in. The moment it goes, the whole body is fully lit. Bright light is coming from the body. At this point, the outside world is dark. Inside body is light. Now breathe out. Outside is bright. Inside is dark. This is life. This is death. This is life. This is death. When I'm knowing my body is life. When I'm focusing on the word, it's almost death because I don't know my body. So the light goes in, you're appreciating the light in the body, and then it breathes on. Next level is you're breathing in fire. Here, first level is here, second level is here, third level is at the navel. That's when the fire. It is subtly working on the 72,000 nadis, nerve centers in your body. You don't know what is working. So when you imagine fire, you breathe in fire, breathe out fire. You may, what is this? It may burn my body, but because it's imaginary, it doesn't do anything. You are already in the next level of consciousness. At that time, you separate from your body and you go to a higher level. You lose the consciousness between the seat, maybe the earth on the ground, or a sofa, or a bed. Right now, part of your consciousness is on the connection between the body and the sofa. Then you lose the connection, you lose the awareness. You feel that your body is floating in air. Nothing. The house disappears. The bed disappears. You're the only one in the entire cosmic world. At a higher level, you breathe in, breathe out. Surprisingly, when you breathe in, you have a feeling that the entire universe is expanding, and breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. The universe is expanding and contracting because of your breath. The conscious level is at this point. Meditate and meditate and meditate at that level. And slowly retrace your steps. That means you observe the touch between the bed and you, then you breathe in fire, you breathe in air, you conscious breathe and settle down normally, and it comes back to the genital portion, the energy. And then slowly open your eyes. That point, you need to make some affirmations. Because you have an experience that you are the reality. Everything else is attached to you. When you're born out of the womb or from your mother, you don't have a family, you don't have a husband, wife, you don't have children. Only connectivity is the umbilical cord. That's all you know. You didn't even breathe in your mom's womb. She breathed for you, you know that? You don't breathe. She breathes for you. No action. Cool. The posture is very uncomfortable, and the whole area is dirty. Still you are peaceful. You didn't attempt for any meditation. It came as a natural thing for you. You didn't struggle for food. Mother ate for you. Mother breathed for you. And then, I don't know what happened. That small place, you lived there for 9 months. The moment you came out, the connectivity is cut. That when the first cry, struggle for life. But that's all. You come into action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, boom, the light comes. So, if I close my eyes, is the hall here? Is this convention center, whatever it may be, is here? No, it's gone. But still, it's there in me. So meditation is a process. You clearing the junk. That's what you said. Clearing the junk from your brain. All what is reality is you. Nothing else is reality. It's not going to be permanent. People come, people go. Places come, flights take off, land. Nothing stops. But ultimately, you are the reality. So you focus more on your own self, and that one which gives you life is the breath. Without the breath, nothing can happen. So when the breath is happening without your planning, nobody plan, okay, tomorrow 6:30 I need to get up and breathe. You do plan. What is most important in your life is given without any planning. Then why do you plan? It's okay, plan. Why do you want that all the plans will be successful? Okay, you have a thought that it should be successful. Why that contaminate your actions always? So, after meditation, whether in this process or any process, you need to take some affirmation. Just for today, I will be happy. Because tomorrow is a myth. Next second is a myth. Can you guarantee that I go back to India? Can you give it to writing? Or not only India, from next station New Jersey? Nobody. So what is real now? Now. N-O-W. That's the reality. So just for today, I'll be happy. Keep taking it in small steps. Just for today, I will not show my anger or anyone. That you can manage, right? If I say lifelong, you should not show your anger, it's difficult. Just for today, I will not show my anger. Just for today, I'll be happy. And just for today, I'll be contented. I'm happy without it. And just for today, I'll help at least one person, either known to me or not known to me. That's another purpose, the purpose for which we have come. So these are the affirmations. Can you repeat all the affirmation? Anybody? Can you remember all the affirmations? What is the first affirmation?
Happy today.
Just for today, I'll be happy. Next.
Not show anger.
Just for today, I'll not show anger. That's analysis. But analysis leads to affirmation. Just for today, I'll be contented. I'm happy with what I have. Just for today, I'll not show anger on anyone. And just for today, I'll help any other person not known to me or known to me. These four affirmations we need to make. That's all. Every time you keep this in the background, that's the main thing which you are following. You are all good people. We are all good people. We do want to have good place in the society. We want to help the society. We want to lead good, happy family. But what we are missing is we are forgetting what we want. Our own needs, we are forgetting every moment. Every time your need is happy family. If you remember, then your anger level comes down, your frustration should come down. Isn't it? You remember always, I want to be happy, come whatever it will be. I will not resort to any action that leads me to sadness, whether it's anger or not agreeing with another person. No. So this is the meditation I do on daily basis. And in our philosophy, facing north is always good. The north is positive in an electromagnetic circle. North, south, facing north. You sit on the bed and before going to meditation, don't immediately close your eyes. Look, everything look around. Snoring husband, pouring rain, something, everything. I'm sorry, snoring wife, pouring rain, because all the men are looking at me. So, everything you look at, the bad, and slowly, like Gautama Buddha, you slowly close your eyes. And there is no hurry. And then, first of all, observe your body from the toe to the top. I feel my toe. I feel my ankle. I feel my calf muscle. I feel my knee. I feel my thighs. I feel my genitals. I feel my waistline. I feel my navel. I feel my chest. I feel my breast. I feel my neck. I feel my shoulders. I feel my face. I feel the top of my head. Scan through the body. Don't jump into meditation immediately. Take your own time. That's why they say, you sit like this, you sleep, and you spread the legs like this, and then when you sleep, tighten your feet like this. Tighten, let loose. Tighten your calf muscle. Tighten, let loose. Like in every part of your body, you be totally aware, either tightening and loosening, or just close your eyes and focus on this. This scanning helps you to pass that cosmic energy from the divine force or the cosmic plane to all the different parts of your earth. Again, don't forget to see that video. What's the name of the video?
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality. 45 minutes. And there is one more video, Power of 10. Anybody seen Power of 10?
Power of 10.
Power of 10. It gives you a beautiful idea about the space. They take the camera from the hand of a lady lying in a park in Florida, and then 10 miles back, and 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 3. Like this, they take the camera back and back, and then in Florida, the United States, the whole Earth, and then it becomes a dot, vacuum, all the things you see, galaxy, meteors, moon, everything. It goes in and nothing, everything is like a mist. That's the reality. Then, the beauty of that video is, it comes with rapid force, zoom, it again goes to the hand. This time, it goes inside the body. Power of 10, -1, -2, -3. You know what? Surprisingly, whatever you have seen outside, you see inside. That's the beauty of creation. The same objects you see inside. That itself shows that you have immense strength as a human being. Only thing is, because my mind is diverted on some other thing, I'm not using it to the full extent part. So, guided meditation, non-guided meditation, and sometimes all of you close your eyes and try to follow the breathing process, only the breathing process for 3 minutes, right? And as I'm saying this mantra, again, it doesn't relate to any religion, it's just a sound which is researched by the great saints and found that it produces positive results in our body. Any language, these sounds do exist. Maybe you are not used to that sound, but we are used to the sound. So close your eyes and listen to this sound and focus on the breath. If you are not able to do that, at least close your eyes and sing along with me. 3 minutes, right? Aim clean soul, soul clean mind. Aim clean soul, soul clean mind. Aim clean soul, soul clean mind, I 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 clean soul, soul clean mind. Om Hrim Aum Namah Shivaya. 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 So, this is the guided. It can be any song. I just say the word because there's no to. You can play some nice soothing music, and music helps you. But the music should be in 3 levels, like I said. Om, top level. Hrim, middle level. Aum. Awareness should shift from your face, heart, and the doorknob. You select any sound. That's fine. It works. So the energy normally is here because you're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. If the energy is precipitated here, that's also a reason for stress. It produces frustration, stress. So that is a part of meditation. I'm not saying this is the meditation. So we learn 3 things. The movement of the tummy while breathing, that you need to control. Number 2, breathe in, breathe out consciously. Number 3, maintain the breathing from this level to this level. You need to be consciously unconscious. Sleep is an unconscious conscious. Meditation is consciously unconscious. You're observing all the thoughts, but you don't take it. You don't recognize them, you don't evaluate them. So, and then breathing, and then the air, you need to focus. Then in terms of light, you imagine your body is a balloon, it fills up. This time light, this is dark. This is lit, this is dark. No hurry, spend a couple of minutes. And then imagine you're breathing fire. What's the color of the fire? Color of fire? Yellow, orange, red, something like mix. If you ever, when you are imagining, even though the fire is reddish orange color, if you see smoke, sometimes people see black smoke, don't worry, that actually is cleaning your inner self. Fine, continue, till you see a pure orangish red color fire going in and coming up. That's all. Then you lose the consciousness between the seat or the base and your body. Your body floats. You can feel that very easy. When the body is floating, then imagine you're the only one on the entire universe breathing. And as you're breathing, the whole universe expands and contracts. It's an imagination. It's a, what do you call it? What is that called in on the game part? They make you sit it virtually, huh? Virtual. There's one more thing. S. It starts with S.
Simulation.
Simulation, sort of thing. Simulation. So you simulate that. As you're breathing, mind breathing gives the word life. Again, I'm reading. Mind breathing gives the word life. It looks odd to you because when I'm breathing, I'm living and the world is living. When I stop breathing, the world is there. It's there, not for me. I'm gone. So as long as I'm breathing, my world is there. Mine. So I can create a world and destroy a world. It's breathing. So previously, you imagine you have nothing, I don't have a capacity, I don't have power, I need to depend on this, depend on. Now from there, I am the supreme. My breath is my power. As long as I'm breathing, anything can be achieved. There is no time. So it relaxes your mind. So after that, slowly retrace your steps, and then I wanted you to take 4 or 5 affirmations without looking into the book. What is the first affirmation?
Be happy.
Just for today, I'll be happy. Anybody speak up?
Yeah.
Second,
Just a good day.
just for today, I'll not show my anger. And just for today,
Have pleasure.
I will be contented. Just for today, I'll help others, at least one more. One more. There's nothing. 4 more. Don't be intimidated by the people. One more lesson. There's nothing. 4 only, I said 4. You should have counted 4. There's a game actually. You play with each other. Husband and wife, parent, child. It's a wonderful game. Can we play with two? Observe the game. I'll show you. No, I want to play with you. Yeah, come to the front seat. You sit there, that's fine. No, in the front seat. I need to see you. Look at it. I'm not putting you down. Everybody's mind is this, right? So listen to me carefully. Everybody listen to me, she also listen. Silence is a very, very dangerous weapon. It's mystery. You don't know what is going to happen. So I'll ask you 7 questions. I'm not going to repeat what I say. You need to answer me for all the questions. Only one word. Yes. And listen to me very carefully. Nothing but yes. I won't ask any embarrassing questions. 7 questions. For everything, you need to answer yes. And your question, if you answer anything other than yes, you're out. Exactly 7. You need to count in your mind 7 questions. If you can withhold your focus for 7 questions and answer yes for all the questions, you're doing great. And my questions start when I say the word okay. Anything I say after that word will be a question. It need not be a perfect question. It can be a statement. And that's also a question for you. And you should say only yes. Before I say the word okay, you answer any question, you're out. I may ask you 7 questions. She's out. Did you observe why she's out?
Say okay.
I'm already out?
Yeah. Because I said okay in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? I said okay.
Yeah.
Second time. You forgot that. First I said after I say the word okay, any statement I make is a question for you. And I said okay again. So you need to observe the word okay. And you need to tell me yes, answer. Okay, Lee, now you know the game. Again I'm going to play with you. This time, I know that you'll be more careful. Breathe in, right? Okay, good, ready? I'm sorry, I'm not putting it on. I'm making them understand how fickle is the mind. Everybody, including mind. If you don't focus, anything can capture. Okay. I'll ask you 7 questions.
Yes.
No, that game is over. Okay. Over. This is the second game. Okay. Fresh game. Thank you. I'm sorry. You're very, actually you're very alert. I appreciate that. Now new game. I'll ask you 7 questions. All the 7 questions, you need to answer all right. You cannot answer anything other than all right. Exactly 7. Not more than 7. You need to count in mind. If you stand for 7 questions, focus is excellent. And your questions start from when I say the word 7. Anything I say after that word is a question for you. A statement, I give to her. She's failing, but I give one more chance. I didn't say the word after. A statement or a question. All right? 7.
All right.
What's your name?
All right.
Where are you from?
All right.
She's up. She failed. Now you fail because that she failed is also a statement for you. You should have said all right for the statement.
Wait, I don't know why I'm out.
Okay. You said all right for 3 questions.
Right.
And I said she's out. You should say all right.
Oh.
She failed. All right. You see this game?
Yeah.
Play with anybody. And you can play with same person more than 7 to 8 times. It all depends upon your character. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to say how much focus we need. And that focus, why I'm saying that focus, we need to keep on meditation. This focus, waiting, or that focusing on the side. So that is meditation. It's not a complete meditation because that itself is a 5-day course we take up inner meditation, 5-day course. And it's best done on the banks of a river or on the ocean bed. Now shall we go to the ocean bed and do meditation on Irma? You can't. But the moment we go to ocean, we think about that. So let's come to communication skill. Most of the time, we relate with the world by communication. And I got the training in New Zealand when I worked as a customer service officer in the social welfare department in New Zealand. I got trained, the best possible training in communication, because I had to handle tough people. They come and bang my computer, show gun to me, all this. Still I need to sit there and I can't do it. In communication, there are certain rules which you can follow. Peace is rest assured. Any statement you say only twice. Anything. If you want to communicate with, I want to communicate with you. I want to tell you an information or a new information which is not known to you. And I tell you once, and you don't agree with that. Now, I don't agree. Yeah, that's right. And I want to reaffirm the same statement to you. And still, you say, no, I don't agree. That time, take a break. Not no. At that time, take a break for half an hour or so. And then come back and again tell the same. So what happens is, when you are talking, your intention is to make this message received by the receiver, receptor. This is the broadcasting station. There is a receiving station. So the message goes. The receiver rejects. Communication. Receiver rejects. No, I don't accept it. Again I broadcast. The receiver rejects. The third time when I am broadcasting, I observe my voice is changing, my ego levels are increasing. And more I broadcast, the receiver is already closed. I am broadcasting to a closed receiver and then my server gets burnt out. I am burnt out. I'll be furious. Don't you understand what he's saying? Well, already the receiver is closed. Whatever you say. So what happens is when you take a break, the receiver cools down, back again, and broadcast. You are safe, the other person is safe, relationship is not disturbed. Second lesson, the person is coming to you with a totally unacceptable proposal or statement. And like sun rises from the west, and you say no, immediately no. The first word you say no. This is a bad example. Suppose that person comes to you and argues with you on an issue. That happens in many husband-wife relationships, arguments. My training says, listen and listen and listen until that server is burned out. Whatever they want to say, let them say. Constantly listen without any emotions on your face. Smile. That protects you. That person may intimidate you. How can you smile when I'm scolding you? Exhausted. Silent. Then the first word you need to say is, what you say is correct, Peter. Peter is happy because he knows that this person has agreed. You know, if you want to stabilize more the relationship, you know, if I were you, I would behave much worse. You're much better. You're peaceful. Even though he's yelling it or she's yelling it, you're peaceful. Much better. But then you pump the message. The receipt is fully open. The message goes and the relationship is maintained. Do you understand what I say? Don't broadcast to a closed receiver. You get burnt out and the other person also gets burnt out. Marriage is an understanding that there will be differences between two entities and try to respect the difference rather than try to change the other person. Hard facts, I follow them. I wanted to stay here till Sunday. Sunday is my flight. But people around me, no. 130 years back, this type of cyclone came. Very few years, earthquake will come, blah, 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 blah. At one point, I need to eat. If I'm rigid, then I'll get burned out. Okay, let's go tomorrow. Check out. We are leaving on Friday, 2 days ahead of our schedule. Not that I like it, but I like to keep myself safe and to keep others happy. Not that I like to go on Sunday, which is immaterial. The essence of this is, I like to be safe. Safe not from the cyclone, this cyclone. And keep others safe. So he booked my ticket immediately, right? So don't run you cannot change anything. There's nothing to change. Whatever you say, the person will be the same. As I told you, two things: adjust or what is the second alternative? Adjust or quit. Quit. Adjust or quit. Two. So when you want to live happily, there are certain lines where you can draw and adjust with the other person. So communication skill, first in an argument, first word should be, what you say is right. That doesn't mean that you're accepting and surrendering and falling on his feet or her feet. No. You're trying to win the situation in a peaceful manner. What you say is right. When I say right, in your situation, with your intelligence, I would have talked the same manner. But I'm not like that. So what you say is right. And you want to pull him down or her down. If I were you, I would have been much worse than this. You're great. That what I told that person when he came to my office, he broke my phone. I said, I can understand if I don't give you the benefit, grant the benefit. If I were you, I have family, kids, you worry about the food, I get more anger. I would have hit this computer also. You're much greater than me. But will it give you benefit? I have to follow the rule. So that cooled him down and said, I understand you might, they say might, M-A-T-E, it's New Zealanders say might, Sunday, Monday, that's it. So, communication, understanding the other person, and initially for opening the discussion, you start your conversation, what you say is right. Number two, speak with so much level of sound, audibility, that much necessary for the other person to hear. Don't raise your voice too much. Don't murmur. Because ultimately it's the energy you're using. I give you a situation for test. Suppose you want to go to a job interview and you don't find the car keys. And it's already late. How do you ask for the keys with Peter? You're already late. How do you ask? And Peter is right in here. And you are here. Peter, where are my keys? Normal. Oh my God, I'm running late. Did you see the keys? This is the level. But the Sri Vidya practitioner, if you want to maintain it, Peter, did you see my keys? Is there anyone who can maintain that level of communication? Tell me. You understand what I say? Even in spite of that urgency, can you maintain the tone of your voice in such a level as just audible to the other person? Then that is the real meditation. You are working on your inner self, not the outer world. Have you seen the key? Communication. Communication always with that level of audibility and that is just necessary for the other person to listen. Then comes, try to not use, and it is very difficult to speak, but at least in communication with your near and dear ones, husband and wife, parent and child, it's better not to use the words I already used. No, not, never, must, should. Can you speak now with these words? No, never, not, must, should. Because these words produce a sound which activates adrenaline in you, produces more adrenaline. You try to invent words and try to add please or whatever you try to reduce the negative energy in the state. Please, you do that. That's one way. Can you please do that? You come to my home. Is it possible for you to come to my home, please? Make it softer, like you're applying butter on the bread. The bread is your word, the butter is the extra words you're using, please. And, okay, you may not be able to avoid the word no, but at least don't put it in the beginning place. Because I use the word don't, I softened it with please. Let the statement doesn't start, let the statement start with a negative word like no, never. Very difficult to follow these rules. But trust me, if you follow even 10% of what we have learned today, the peace is restored. And somebody told, I think, Shannon, right? I want to remove the junk. Everybody has got junk. But she's the only one who came forward for cleaning, house cleaning. My guru used to say something which will work for you. When you get up from the bed tomorrow, write down on a piece of paper what are the thoughts you are getting on an hourly basis. Just 5 to 6 hours you maintain. It's difficult, but one day itself. From you get about 6 o'clock till 12 o'clock, whatever thoughts you're coming, try to observe and write. Okay, I thought about the car, breaking down of a car, right? Thought about this, thought about that, thought about that. And then go through your list. If there is any thought that is useful to maintain the peace in you, keep it. If any thought that is causing disturbance to you, write them separately. Right? And burn that paper. Write down separately, look at the list. I thought of bad about somebody. I thought about my life being not progressive. I thought of all the bad things happen, why only to me, why not to anybody? All these thoughts. I have anger. I yelled at somebody. All these things, you write down. Go through the list and say goodbye. You need to say goodbye because they are going. Minimum courtesy, even for the bad fellows. And then write down and burn the paper. Looking at the paper very seriously and breathing out heavily. All my anger, all my bad thoughts are being burned out. I am seeing it in reality. Do this exercise just for 5 days. Trust me. Next day when you get up and do this for 6 hours, your bad thoughts, whatever you call, will come down. The mind, without it catches that seed and gives you an opposition, cleans that junk. You cannot open the brain and polish it and put it back. It's not possible, right? So you burn it. You take the thought out, write on a paper because you need to feel that and burn it. And then you see it's gone. Tomorrow again, trust me, this list will reduce. But don't expect it to be, zero. It cannot be. Then it is okay. Previously you had 20 bad thoughts. If you are finally landing with 5, that's fine. You can live with it. It works. And let me know, I'll be happy. It works, 100% guarantee. Do you understand the process? Only thing is about 20-30 pages of paper you need to burn. That's fine. She didn't catch up because I said so many bad thoughts list will come. 20-30 pages for everybody. So many things list will come. Only 3 or 4 will be good for you. All are junk, unnecessary. It need not be bad thought. If it's a useless thought, it's not useful for your intellectual ability, it's not useful for your strength or peace, junk. Take them. It works. And somebody asked me, I came to this, I am meditating for preparing the day. I respect the statement and I want to make small corrections. You don't prepare for the day, you prepare for the moment. Because the day is not guaranteed. The moment. So the preparation, what happens is if I prepare for a day, like a cooking or washing the dishes, it's done. I feel that I am done with my meditation. That's where we are doing the mistake. Oh, I meditate for half an hour, I'm done. It's never done. It's a continuous process. Meditation is a continuous process. Because as I told you, open eye meditation. Meditation is consciously unconscious. That means whatever the other person says, I don't remember the rules. I don't remember the names. Because I want to, whatever names that are necessary for me, I'll remember. I have the phone, so I can go through the number. Why should I remember the phone numbers also and feel great? Oh my God, I can remember 50 phone numbers of my friends. Well, you are forgetting the basic rule of your life. Don't show your anger. What? The 54 number doesn't help you. So, you prepare for the moment. Every moment is somebody is praising you. Peter, you're great. Check. Put a check. It's a chess game. I talked to Nirendra in a car. Life is a chess game. Everybody wants to start from here to reach the other side. Other side we know. You call it heaven, you call it hell. Nobody can say this is heaven and nobody is there to welcome you. Welcome Peter to the heaven, this is the heaven. No, it's imaginary. If you enjoy life in this moment in your family, is your house not a heaven? Do you need another heaven? Where you can enjoy reality, that's heaven for me. And even if it is there, I don't care because I don't see them. After leaving the body only, why should I go to hell or heaven? When I'm in the body, if I realize I can create a hell or experience heaven with my own actions and thought, I'll be careful, It's here, now. Right? Do you agree with that? So, prepare for the moment. Don't lose the moment. Birthdays and happy moment, happy talks. How many of you spend quality time with your children? Underline the word quality time. And it's a quality time. Did you do homework? SAT. Prepare for the SAT. Get up. Tomorrow exam. Get up early. This is not quality time. How many times you play with your children, dance with your children, sang with your children, apply all the mud and dirt on your own shirts along with them. How many times you do? Okay. Try to do that. Your children will not go anywhere. What we are doing is, anyways, when they go to the school, the teacher is going to ask the same question. Did you do the homework? In my anxiety that he or she should get more marks, I'm forgetting my duty to teach them the values of life. When parents fight before the children, they learn what is a fight. They learn what is impatience. They learn what is anger, which is not taught in the school. Let us not make our home a school which teaches anger, which teaches frustration, which teaches lack of compassion. Let us do this, play with them. They don't do the homework, that's fine. Anyway, the teacher will be there. If you show them the love, they'll get to the point. What's a great lady, my mom? Whatever you say, she's not yelling at me. Whatever father says, daddy says, it's a lovely lady. Trust me, whatever you say, they will listen. Don't miss your children. As long as we are living, they are living, we have the life in them. I'm sorry, I'm speaking hard facts, which I'm seeing in the family all over the world. Try to follow this for 14 days, not 4. If you don't find peace, I will change my philosophy. Guaranteed. You see a lot of change in the home. Peace is not coming by meditation. Peace is not coming by spiritual prayers. Peace is by living in the moment. As an idealistic human being first, then the dad, then the mom, then the spiritual seeker, all these are extras. Human being. Another human being. Am I being too rude to you? No, I'm not. I'm sorry, I apologize if I'm hurting anybody. But there is time, even now. Even now, God, maybe because of then I happen to get, maybe this is the time where you need to make a good start and teach them what is necessary. Never ever, please don't fight before the children. Go to your room. That's right. No, not before. Whatever you do, they learn. They learn ABCD from you. They learn how to eat from you. And moreover, they learn how to suck milk from the mother. Every action you taught them. And let us teach good things. And it is IDC. That's where the communication again. Communication is not only for your peace, for the entire family peace. Right? So spend quality time, play with them. Dance also removes a lot. If I ask you to get up and dance now, how many people are ready to dance? Good. See? Then you are for it. You should not have any doubt. Okay, this person is going to ask me. I'm not seeing actual whether you are going to dance or not. I'm seeing your readiness to live in the moment. He said that prepare yourself for the moment. And you say, how many people can dance? Your hand should come without any hesitation. After all, dance is shaking like this. Is not a dance. Can you not do that? Why do you want to do yoga and other great things to relax your body? All you have to do is dance with your children. It helps you, it helps the children. It's the best yoga I can suggest. Parents, let us not run away from the child and do yoga. They don't understand what is yoga. If you dance with them, that is the yoga required for the families now. If I jump up and down, that is the exercise which is required for the families now. Not a separate gym exercise. It can produce muscles, but you're losing confidence and peace, which is more important. I dance with the children. Like you see, if you come to my house, you see the other side of the guru. I play music and I dance. I dance like a normal person. Right? So kindly understand the essence of this teaching and then follow. I want your families to be happy. That's why I came here. Next time when I come, I invite you to come and again meet and share your experience. Guruji, I followed your advice. This is a great life. I mean, certainly you will do that. If you follow, certainly you can enjoy. Do they have another tea break or something like that?
Yes.
Now, how did I know that you are thinking about the tea break?
Is you ready for tea?
So we break for tea and then come back in 10 minutes?
15 minutes.
15? How much tea you are going to give this?
You decide, or let you decide.
This cup of tea, you take 15 minutes to drink? Okay, 15 minutes granted. So we'll meet at 2:20. Thank you. So after the break, we're going to catch up with positive thinking and stress management, small exercise, yoga exercise, and then the rest of that QA, your own question and answer session. I think